Happy Monday. All right, so today is Monday. It is the 20 something, 6th, 7th, somewhere in there. Anyway, just getting ready to go to get my infusion. Today is Remicade Day. So we're going to go do that. And I don't know, I may film a little bit in the car. Depends on if I'm driving or if he's driving. We'll see what happens. But if not, then I'll come back in later on. But, so yeah. I noticed in the first vlog, I didn't really touch on some key things like I wanted to. But, I know what they are. I'll get to them in this vlog as to everything that really happened. Because I really didn't do a sit-down portion of that vlog, right? So, my bad. I'll get to that. But anyway, yeah. There's that again, right? There's that again. I gotta stop that. So yeah, I'm doing that today, and then at some point I'll sit down and really go into detail as to what's really going on, and some possibilities on maybe fixing what's going on. It may end up being something else that I have to yet live with again. I'm so used to having things that I just got to deal with and live with on a day-to-day, as most of you guys know who deal with AS or anything else for that matter. So, on that note, let me get off here, and I will see you in the car. Maybe. If I don't see you in the car, you'll see me somewhere. Okay, just sitting out in the car waiting for Mr. Daniel. And as soon as he gets out of the house, we will be on our way to Port Richey to get my infusion done, get that out of the way. And apparently I am driving, so this is the only clip you're going to get going there. I had thought of a couple things to talk about, but I may do it when I get there, or he'll probably drive on the way back home, so either way, it doesn't matter. But, so yeah, yeah. First disruption of the vlog. What are you going to do, right? Things can go left very quickly, and they did. On the way to get my infusion, for starters, remember the last clip in the car, ready to go, waiting on Dan? Yeah. We were down the road a little ways. Thank God we weren't too far into the drive, and the infusion nurse calls and says that the building was hit with lightning, and everything is not, power was out to the whole building, whatever. So she has to reschedule. No big deal. We weren't, we hadn't been that far into the drive, so whatever. Things happen. No big deal. Change the appointment till September 8th, I believe it is. And I need it. I'm hurting. So there's that. Then this afternoon, I called the foot surgeon to see about getting on the schedule and yada yada yada. They informed me that they have yet to receive the fax of the clearance from my primary. Okay, this has been 3 weeks, so I call and I said, hey, foot surgeon, Dr. Goldstein did not get the clearance that it was supposed to have been faxed over. She looked into it. She goes, well, I'll send a memo back and have them refaxed it. No big deal. And they were supposed to call me and let me know when they were doing this. This was at 3, just after 3. Never received the call. So I don't know if they did or not. I got a call in the morning and redo that. Check on that and see if they've gotten that fax sent over. And, let's see, what else? I think that's it. I do believe that's it. You have to be your own advocate for everything. It seems to me you have to. I'm gonna wait and get into that further discussion deeper into. I'm a little pissed. That's why I'm stuttering and tripping over my words. I will do a sit down, talk about all this, where I can, calmly get my thoughts together. In any case, yeah, tomorrow I have to check on that again and hope that they send the clearance so I can get on the schedule to get the foot surgery done and get it over with. I want this over with. I got too much shit to do. Well, hey, look at that. We have made it and landed on Friday. So, the last clip you just saw was me kind of fussing and raising hell because I couldn't get my primary to fax over the clearance to the foot doctor, orthopedics, to, get the surgery on my foot. Guess what? I had that done. Day before yesterday. I've had enough. I called them back yet again, and they said no, they had not received it. This is the foot doctor I'm talking about. So I said, fine, let me call my, my primary. And no, she wanted the number. And I was going through my phone while I was on the phone with her, and as soon as I hit the thing in the contacts, it hung her up. But it dialed them. So they answered, and I told them the situation. Hey, they still haven't received the fax for the clearance for the surgery, yada, yada, yada. Maybe we have the wrong number. She read the number off. They had the correct number. So then I'm like, okay, well, we need to get this done. It's been 3 weeks, whatever. We have to get this done. And she says, well, hold on. I'll go ahead and refax it while you're on the phone. That way we both know it's, fax. I'm like, fine, perfect. Because my next move, I was going to go down there, pick it up, and hand deliver it. And she says, oh, no, we don't have to do that. I'll go ahead and do it. So she was off maybe 2 minutes, came back, and okay, it went through, or at least on her end. So I said, okay, thank you. So I called the, foot doctors back, and I said, hey, I don't want to say orthopedics office, I don't know, whatever. Called them back and said, hey, she just faxed it. Can you please check and see if they have it? They had it. So, perfect. Today, Dan had an appointment, so I was over in Brooksville with him. He had to get a, what's that called? Cystoscopy or something like that. Basically, they have to go in and do a scoping of his bladder, because several years back he had bladder cancer. It was a whole situation. He should not be here, but he is, thank God. I'll get into more on that later. But, so while I'm in the office waiting for him, waiting for him in the lobby or whatever, my phone rang and it was the orthopedics office. She called, she says, we are going to schedule your surgery. I'm like, thank God, finally. So, I have my surgery on the 24th, which is the day after my birthday, and she said I'd be down for 2 to 6 weeks. I said, well, I thought it was like 2 weeks for, non-weight bearing or whatever. So, but she said, well, it depends on how you heal. Everybody is different. I'm like, okay, fine. So that's, obviously we'll see what happens on that. And, so yeah, finally, 24th, foot surgery, we're in. Somebody asked me a question. This is going to be the last clip for this vlog, by the way, which is worse than last week. And hey, listen, guys, hang in there. Please hang in there. I am trying so hard to get this going again. I've got new software in my computer for editing. I've got new batteries for all the cameras to make sure that I'm 100% ready to go, even though I failed for the last 2 days. I ain't been on since that last clip. When I got so pissed off I couldn't talk. That one. But somebody asked me a question. They did send me a message and wanted to know if my foot situation with the tendon being ripped or whatever, did that have anything to do with AS? I said, you know what? I don't know. So, to answer your question, we really don't know. There is a good possibility that it's AS related, but there's really no way for knowing, no way of knowing for sure if it's part of it. So, because a lot of people, it's the same tendon, I can't remember the name of it. Perona's, it's in your foot. That's all I can tell you. Now, Dan seems to think that I may have done that last year when I fell out the camper, when we had the camper out. And it could have been. I did not, if I did do anything, I did not feel it at that time. So I don't know. You know, honestly, I don't know. I do know that the foot doctor, I don't know why I keep calling the foot doctor. God, Dr. Goldstein said that as far as the MRI was concerned, it did look like it was an old injury and has just progressed over time. Sometimes they can heal themselves, but he said the way it is now, and it's, you know, as long as I've been having issues with it, it's been a while. It's been there for a while, and it's a pretty good tear. So, yeah. I don't know what else. I'm going to end it here. And then I'm going to do, maybe next week, I'll do a thorough sit down situation and try to just, you know, because there's so much going on right now between cardiologists and, I'll get into that too, I promise. Cardiologists, Dan's doctors, my regular doctors. Now we got the foot surgery coming up. There's a lot. There's a lot. Plus, I'm anemic. There's that. So I may have to go and get, there's no may. She told me in the next blood work that if my iron was still where it's at, I'm going to have to go get a drip for that. So, it's always fun. Medical stuff is fun, right? No, it's not. But in any case, a lot of you people are lost. And I'm going to I'm just going to say this again. My primary reason for doing these daily vlogs, which not been daily, it's like every other day, is to living day-to-day life with ankylosing spondylitis, and it doesn't have to be that. Other people have, there's so many different things out there that relate to chronic illness and they fall into the same bowl. You know, so it doesn't necessarily have to be strictly ankylosing spondylitis. It could be anything. Anything. So, I mean, questions, send them to me. I'll answer them. I don't, as best I can. I did do, I do have a list from the last one that I had done so long ago. And there was a couple of questions in there, so I'm going to try and find that and see if I can, you know, get a full, you know, just a sit down out of that. But, yeah, on that note, I'm going to shut up. I am babbling like crazy. So I'm going to get off of here. I love each and every one of you for free. And I'll see you in the next one. Next week. That's it. Bye. Love yous.